come to join us for continuing series number 2, The Science and Practice of Chinese Cultural Arts for Healthy Living. This series is presented by South Coast Chinese Culture Association, Susan Samuel Alley Center for Integrated Health at UC Irvine, and is supported by MTJ Southern California Science and Technology Association, as well as sponsored by Legacy Fountain Angel. A little background of Dr. Lin for tonight's lecture. He's the founding directors of Lab for Mind-Body Signaling and Energy Research at UC Irvine. He was former member of U.S. National Advisory Council on Complementary Medicine and Integrated Health. He also serves on the editorial board of Journal of Chinese Medicine and Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine. He has conducted in-house training of 15 years with Grandmaster Chen Zhenlei, who's the Chen family village at the birthday of Tai Chi. We have a series of lecture seminars, and today is the session number 4 of series 2. Today's subject is science-based Tai Chi for muscle, bone, and cardiovascular health. An upcoming event in June 12, 2005 will be focusing on science-based Qigong for stretching and prevent pain and inflammation. Without further ado, by the way, there's a couple of questions raised after the seminar. The whole seminar lectures are recorded and it's currently being posted on the website of SECCA. If you go to the website of Irvine Chinese School, SECCA.org, and then you go to the bottom of the page where the YouTube icon is, click on that YouTube, you will see a series of video recording. And all of the previous seminar lectures by Dr. Lin is all on that YouTube channel. You can view that, and today's recording will be posted within a week or so after the staff edits it, and then it will be posted online. So you are welcome to review that when you go home. Let's welcome Dr. Lin to the podium. Thank you. Testing. Is it good? Yeah? Okay. So thanks for coming tonight. Before I start, as usual, raise your hand if you did not come last time so that I know what to repeat and what not to repeat. So, oh, okay, quite a few people first time. All right. Let me put it this way. Raise your hand again if you have never been to any of these. Okay, all right, thank you. So given quite a few people were not here a month ago, I hope the other people will be tolerant if I repeat some of the things I said last time to make everything a little bit more understandable. So Tai Chi is a form of meditation, which is defined as a practice where you focus on a single thought. And Tai Chi has often been referred to as meditation in motion. Instead of like sitting like this, you're meditating while you move.
But the Harvard Medical School website says we might as well call Tai Chi medication in motion because of all the benefits it has to our health and in the healing and of so many different disorders, as shown by clinical trials, randomized controlled trials, and experimental research in laboratories. So, for tonight particularly, I want you to pay attention to this symbol of Tai Chi. This is not so much a symbol of Tai Chi as we practice it tonight, but a philosophy of the perfect harmony and balance of yin and yang, the soft and the hard, the slow and the fast, the static and the dynamic. From the yang comes the yin. From the yin comes the yang. Within the yang, there is yin. Within the yin, there's yang. Perfect harmony. And Tai Chi, as a mind-body practice, is totally consistent with this philosophy. Historically, when Tai Chi got started in the Chan family village 400 years ago, 20 generations ago, Tai Chi is very much, symbolized by this, consistent with this symbol. The yin and the yang and so forth. 4 generations ago, Mr. Yang went to the Chan family village and learned the Tai Chi and came out. Gentleman Yang Lu Tan, and he simplified the Tai Chi that he learned, taking away the hard and the fast movements, and the remaining Tai Chi, Yang side Tai Chi, is pretty much just the yin side of Tai Chi, the slow and the soft side of Tai Chi. And the other, 3 main styles. This is the Chan style, Yang style, the Wu Hao style, the Wu style, the Sun style. They all stem from pretty much the Yang style, and so they too have only the yin side of Tai Chi. I have the privilege of learning from the grandmasters, not only from the Chan style, the original style, but also from the great-grandson of Yang Lu Tan, Yang Jingbo, and the grandmasters of the Sun style and the Wu style and so forth. So I know the Tai Chi styles pretty well. Now tonight, unlike the one a month ago we emphasized learning the yin side of Tai Chi. Okay, so how many of you were here a month ago? Raise your hand, please. Yeah, okay. So we did the soft, slow Tai Chi. So tonight we will do the yang style, the fast, and the hard style movements of Tai Chi to make the whole thing, complete. So this is like the second half of, the one that started a month ago. So in terms of the research, backing up the benefits of Tai Chi, I have talked about this in different seminars before, so very quickly, the 3 regulations. Tai Chi involves the regulation of the mind, the breath, and the body. Regulation of the mind, as you have heard before. The meditative side of things gives you deep rest, stress relief, mental concentration. That has been shown by EEG, electroencephalography, brain imaging, and that sort of stuff, which I don't have time to talk about here. Tonight, the purpose is not an hour of lecture. The purpose is just 20 minutes of lecture and leave plenty of time for you to learn the exercise itself. Okay? Regulation of the breath, I've talked about that quite a bit in the past. It has been shown at Princeton that regulating the breath and breathing deeper and deeper breaths, you have a higher and higher level of serotonin in the brain, which makes you feel good, okay, puts you in a good mood. And also, as demonstrated in our laboratory, that will also calm you down. Breathing deeply will calm you down. So in our laboratory, we make people watch horror movies or play stressful video games. And you can see the beginning heart rate is here, and then after the start of the game, the heart rate goes up. And then when we ask the people who play the game to breathe deeply, the heart rate comes down because they calm down. And so is the blood pressure. It starts here, playing the game, blood pressure goes up, and breathing. So this I have talked before. So tonight, in terms of the presentation up on stage, I will concentrate a little bit more on regulation of the body, okay? Because tonight we will do a lot of physical, exercises from Tai Chi. First of all, Tai Chi is as good as any exercise that you can think of, such as riding a bike, swimming, and so forth, in terms of improvement of general health. This is one of many, many controlled trials where the Tai Chi group, did Tai Chi for, in this case, a couple of months, and the control group didn't do anything, just remain in their normal activities. And you can see here, these are the health markers of the group that practiced Tai Chi after 2 months. Before, this group is senior citizens. Their blood pressure is on the high side, 142/97. After 2 months, goes to 120/79. This is quite normal and healthy. Cholesterol level went from over 200, which will require nowadays taking statin drugs, to 190. LDL, the bad cholesterol, went down. HDL went up. Triglycerides went down. And the mind side of things, self-report on a scale, okay, analog scale, anxiety state went from 41 to 31. You get this sort of results from, like I said, many types of physical exercise, and Tai Chi, if nothing else, gives you just as good results as the things that I talked about, such as biking, walking briskly, going to the gym or swimming and so forth. But let's look a little bit more, okay, on the benefits of Tai Chi to the body. Here we use electromyography, EMG, to study which muscle group or groups are involved when you do Tai Chi. We put electrodes on the chest, on the shoulders, on the back, on the legs, and so forth. And every time a muscle group contracts or is activated, we would be able to report a signal that goes, okay? And we would, grade it as excellent or good or fair. Okay, excellent meaning a lot of exercise for that muscle group. Good is quite good, and fair is actually pretty good. And you can see here we studied 20 different exercises of Tai Chi, and we look at the front muscles, shoulder, chest, the side, the back, and so forth. And red is excellent, good is orange. And you can see it's pretty much all red and orange. Yeah, even some of these are pretty good, fair. So this demonstrates that Tai Chi, can provide excellent physical exercise to all parts of your body. Not just when you run, it's just the legs, right? And here, everything. So we will pick half a dozen exercises out of these studies tonight and teach you those exercises so you get a full body exercise, okay, by the end of the night. Secondly, done in Princeton, it was found that deep breathing, as I said, will increase serotonin in the brain to make you feel good. In addition, they also found that walking on a treadmill will also have significant increase in the serotonin in the brain. So when you are doing physical exercises coupled to deep breathing, you get both sides of these benefits, and you will feel good because of the serotonin, which will also make you sleep better. It was after the one workshop a month ago, some of you guys came up to me the following day and said, Dr. Lin, I never slept so well. Not because I was tired, I just slept really well. And you can say that the serotonin is mediating that effect. Next, a very important experiment or study done at UC San Diego. They put mice in two types of cages, normal cages and cages with a running wheel. And when you put a running wheel in a cage, the mice will naturally go and run. You don't have to urge them. They like to run, okay? What they see at San Diego is that when they took a slice of the brain of the mice that didn't get to run, they get a picture like this, and every green spot is a brain cell. And so there are many, many brain cells, okay? It's normal. But what is really striking was the discovery that a parallel slice of brain from the mice who got to run the treadmill, not just a treadmill, you have to give them music too, like tonight. So when they slice the brain of this type of mice who got to work, on the running wheel, they found that there are obviously just as many green cells, okay, these are the brain cells, but they found quite a few red cells. See this, this. And the red cells are stained by a red stain that will select for new brain cells. These are cells that have just been created by cell division as a result of exercising. That without exercise, the brain does not allow its brain cells to divide. But when you do physical exercise, like running on the wheel, you get so many of these new brain cells. But it's not just brain cells all over the brain. It's in this very select area called the hippocampus. What's so special about this is that these new brain cells can be divided into two categories. One category of these new brain cells are called excitatory brain cells. And they have to do with memory. With more memory cells, the mice actually have better memory, as tested in the maze, how they can remember where they walk. So they have better memory because they have more brain cells involved in memory. But these mice are also more resistant to stress because there's a second type of brain cells created by running. These are inhibitory brain cells that suppress the stress response. So, boy, these guys, gotta make better memory and tolerant to stress. And this was done 10 years ago, and since then, there had been extension of these studies to humans, and it's the same result. So, this explains at a more cellular level why physical exercise is always good for decreasing stress. Perhaps that's known as it will give you better memory as well. So, the fast, harder type of exercise I'm going to teach you today will have this effect in addition to making you sleep better because of the serotonin, and will also calm you down because of the deep breathing. Next, all of our muscle groups, whether it's the bicep or the tricep, the leg muscles, every group of muscles is made up of a mixture of fast muscle fibers and slow muscle fibers. So when you take a cross-section of a muscle group and stain the fast ones with light green and the slow muscle fibers with dark purple, you can see they're all mixed in. It's not like, this side is fast, this side, so they're all mixed in. And the slow and the fast are controlled by fast and slow nerve cells as well. So this is both the nerves and the muscle cells. This will allow you to run fast, do fast things with the fast muscle fibers, and to allow you to have endurance, slow strength and endurance because of the slow muscle cells. Now, there's something else about this. Once you're past age 30, unfortunately, the fast muscle fibers are the first to go. Okay? So it's very easy for people to get into a downward spiral